So as we already said with P. Diddy, it's up to you guys to vote. Give me your prediction of what the outcome of that case is going to be. Moving on to the next.
Throw one in the bus. Next one.
Don't listen to him, guys. Just don't listen. Kanye, what's going on with this brother here right now?
Okay. Apparently, allegedly, a
Allegedly.
woman filed sexual harassment. She put in a sexual harassment lawsuit against Kanye West, and it says alleges Ye wanted to sleep with his wife's mom. So, and there is a court document. This is a court. This is an actual court document. So it says he's facing some new shocking allegations from the woman who previously filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against him. As as it was reported before, the victim stated that she worked as a model on the platform OnlyFans, but then alleged that Ye wanted her to have a godlike image and promised to pay her $1 million annually in exchange for her to delete that account.
God-like image?
So then it says, after the rapper after taking the rapper up on his proposal and deleting her account, she claims that when things began to get a little weird between the two in her lawsuit back in June, she alleged that Ye sent her tons of inappropriate text messages, now in some legal documents obtained by
So we're going to stop right there.
some people.
We're going to stop right there.
It just don't look good for Ye
Sounds like
right
another
now.
fraud that's trying to get money from a powerful black man.
Listen, man, sisters, y'all know I gotta tell the truth, right?
Please do.
I can't help it. I'm for the sisterhood. I'm for women empowerment and women health, but this is some BS. All right, like let's just keep it real. First
One
of
big
all,
money grab.
you agreed, you allowed a man to convince you to shut down your accounts. Okay, let's entertain that.
That don't even make sense.
All right, if you did do that, right, he gave you some money, be gone. Be gone with it. Ye has finally been in a position where he's quiet. He's minding his business.
He's just making music.
He got over his divorce. He is living his life and teaching his children God. If y'all been up on the Kardashians, Northwest just recently had an interview with a magazine.
That's all she talking about.
And they asked about, what is the most important thing in her life? And guess what she said?
God.
And then they asked, okay, as a big sibling, what are you teaching your siblings? What did she say?
God.
All right, then. So, I'm not trying to downplay Kim and her parenting, but I can take an educated guess where she knows who she knows about God, right? So with that being
She ain't
said,
get it from that demon spawn mother.
Kanye is not perfect, but leave that man alone. Leave that man alone, cause it don't make no sense.
And what they said in the thing, he said he wanted to have sex with. First of all,
well, what it said was that
it was consensual.
He sent text messages to the woman or to the former assistant about his desire to have sex with his wife's mother.
That don't even make sense. Why would I
Bianca.
go ahead and text my assistant that I have a desire to want to go ahead and, i.e., fuck my mama's, fuck my wife's
We got to bleep
mother.
that part out. But listen, Kanye is not new to this game.
I don't know.
So Kanye is not going to leave no substantial evidence about some BS crap. And listen, leave that man alone.
I think it's something bigger at play. I think, and y'all could go ahead and let me know, nowadays, a lot of celebrities of color, it's been happening for a little while now. It's open season on them. Now, whether some people are guilty or innocent, that remains to be seen. I mean, we all got our personal opinions, but it's just to me, it seems like there's a constant target of men of color that are in power. So why is that? What's going on right now? What's the it's a paradigm shift.
I like to paint another picture, and I'm sorry to it is going to kind of like separate the family, but there's a possibility, Kim and her family, they do things differently. There's a possibility that they could be going around and getting, because Kim and
Allegedly.
Kanye is friction all the time with one another, and it clearly shows that he has his oldest daughter's ear.
Hmm.
Like, she values what he says, she loves him, they have a really better relationship. Kim could be plotting this herself, on top of course, London Bridge is falling down for the black man.
That's
But
possible.
that's not new. That's not new.
Mm.
But it's happening more
because
now.
Kim,
Like,
when Kanye was having an issue with Balenciaga, right, and he was having an issue with Adidas, guess what Kim Kardashian went and did? Took pictures with all those brands in the midst of their divorce when they was going
Mhm.
crazy. So that was kind of like poking the bear. That was antagonizing her, being petty.
Mhm.
Like the Kevin Hart type of situation. You break up with me, I'm gonna take the back piece of your earring out. You
Mhm.
ain't gonna never find it,
facts.
cause you want to leave me. So you ain't gonna have no earring. Forget all of that. You not having it. So that's what Kim did. Kim was like, Balenciaga, Adidas, just knowing that she has issues with him, trying to act like she's cool about it. This could be that situation, because
agree.
he don't want them kids in a certain school. He posted that a few
Mhm.
weeks ago. He been silent, but the one time he went up on the Kim, take my kids out of the satanic school.
Mhm.
So he is pushing forward as a
Parent.
man should do, as a parent, as a leader, and saying, hey, I got a voice too.
You know what I think also? I think, to add on to that, I think what you're saying is a distinct possibility.
Hmm.
And I also think that, okay, how can I say this?
Take
We
your
all
time
know
with
in entertainment Hollywood, we was talking off camera about there's different levels. And certain things you have to encounter when you're on different levels, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? We 2 plus 2 is 4. We already know. So it's like, I believe that he snapped out of whatever
The MK Ultra.
spell, quote unquote, that he was in.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
But he wants to go ahead and make sure that he protects his kids from, falling into the same
This is so true.
realm
Mhm.
that his ex-wife and them are under, which is, to a lot of people who are godly and believe in God, satanic,
Mhm.
demonic.
You know
and all
what?
that.
Many different gods in this
Basically,
community.
I think that, Ye is not as
That was
crazy
right.
as people make him out to be.
Mhm.
Or as he's not as crazy as he may make himself appear to be.
Yeah, 'cause he has
You
done
know,
some crazy things.
Because at the end of the day, a father's concern and well-being for their children becomes paramount. It's a priority. So nobody can feel any kind of way about him and his desire to want to have the best situation
Better life for his
for his
kids.
children. And I
Protect
think
Kanye
he
and them
wants them to
kids.
have some sort of a normal life
Mhm.
because he himself knows how he came up,
Mhm.
and he's looking at the circus that you know the mother is dealing with. You know what I'm
And
saying?
is accepting, because she
And
don't
they
have to
they
accept
all and I don't want to paint the in a certain way because I don't know him,
That's right.
but
I do.
we
Understand.
don't. But the thing is, when the cameras are on, it is what it is.
It's a
When
drug.
when the cameras are rolling,
Mhm.
it is what it is. When the
Mhm.
pictures are being taken, that's how that thing is, and they understand how that works as far as their brand is concerned.
Mhm.
They're all
They
about
can be
branding.
totally different when the cameras is off.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty
You know what
sure
I'm
she's a
saying?
good mother.
So we're not gonna say that what they're doing is totally wrong,
their
but
priorities are in two different
they're
directions. That's
really about riding this wave that they on
By any
at
means.
all costs
Mhm.
for as long as they possibly can.
Mhm.
all. They want the money.
So and nobody can really begrudge them for that. However,
Gotta be a
you don't
balance.
want to do it at the expense of your children.
Right, and that's where all bets are off for Kanye. And
That's
you just gotta
where
remember,
the
we're
line
spiritual beings as far
is.
as our culture.
Mhm.
That's never going to leave us. I don't care how high in the ladder we get to or we climb to.
Mhm.
And different cultures, that's not a priority for them. And
Mhm.
especially when you're dealing with something that is traumatic, we go to God. We ask God
Facts.
for help. And it's clear as day from a distance, from me watching Kanye on TV from a distance, that
Mhm.
he has a burning desire for his children to have a normal life and have God in their lives all the time. And last but not least, although North has her mother and her aunts as influences in her life,
Mhm.
it is clear as
Her
day
father's the biggest one.
that God is in her life,
You
because
even
she
see
could have
stuff online
said
where like
anything.
she gets at her mother for wearing certain outfits and
Yes,
certain things or whatever.
or
You know what
having
I'm
an
saying?
all white house. It's clear as day.
She has a level of integrity that been
She
installed in her
could have
by her
said,
father. You
she
could tell.
North is
Mhm.
the same age as our daughter, what, 10, 11 years old,
Mhm.
12 years
Mhm.
old the most. She could have said anything on that interview.
Mhm.
I want a Lamborghini. I want to hang out or with whatever these social influencers are. But she said it, and her mother's the one who interviewed her. On top of that too, her mother's the
Mhm.
one asking questions. God,
Mhm.
I was like, wow. I mean, I get chills in my, like, I just get chills like, wow,
Most
that's
12-year-olds don't talk like that.
phenomenal, man. And
Right.
she want to teach her sibling, and that's a good thing, you know. So there's a form of protection there. I mean, shout out to the whole family. I feel like Kim and Kanye were okay together. They got beautiful children together. But unfortunately, Kim wants the limelight, and there's no limit. And Kanye wants the success. Don't get me wrong, but there's a limit for him. He. Let me tell you something. On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I see like the little clips years ago.
Mhm.
Kanye was sick, and he wanted something from the store.
Mhm.
And Kim sent the assistant to go get something from the store, like a
Mhm.
Band-Aid. It was something real small. And he said, why you can't go?
Mhm.
This is the type of time he's on. He's like, look, you my wife, like, goddamn, you gotta sit like,
You got
I don't even want
yeah.
everybody in my business. But it was
Mhm.
something so simple. I understood Kim's perspective too, because it's like, listen, I got all these kids, I got all these businesses, I'm going to need help. But some things, just let it be personal, let
Simple
it be
things,
intimate,
yeah.
let it be like, okay, I'm taking the effort. I don't
Take
care
care
if
of your
I
man.
got 20,000, I don't care if I'm a billionaire. I'm going to go to the store for my man.
Mhm.
First of all, I want to go to the store for myself. I don't want to
Mhm.
have to fucking sit there. I don't want, like, come on, I got little personal things. I want everybody all in my business.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, I want to have a maid, but my personal stuff, my maid is not gonna be washing for me. I'm washing my personal stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody. It's gonna
Right.
be limits
Otherwise,
to this.
you
No,
know.
my maid is not gonna
But
be all in my
I
room.
also believe
Clean
they're
the
a
rest of the
product
house.
of their environment. What I mean by that is the Hollywood environment, because a lot of times, that Hollywood environment puts people together for convenience. And then it's kind of like, because people, you can have a baby with somebody and not be in love with them. Things happen. Accidents happen. Let's keep it real.
The Africans do it all the time.
You know
Oh
what
no,
I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry. But yeah.
But, long story short, but at the same time, it's kind of like, before you know, oh, you're talking so-and-so? Okay, you need to stick with, because, it's good for your career. It's good for this, that,
Or
and
good to
third.
get a green card, right? Some people want a green
So,
card.
so
So
some
that
people want a
has
green
it.
card also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But it's kind of like,
I mean, damn.
don't get me wrong, you have to grow to have fond of somebody, have kids with them, but it's kind of like when y'all always been on a different wavelength, it's not gonna work
Right.
long term because it's being forced. It's not being
Right. But he
organic.
wanted
It's
Kim
natural.
to come with him, and he
I
wanted Kim to
disagree on that,
understand.
because if
Oh.
both parents want the child, then the only thing that's different is the philosophy on how to raise them, you know. And the father is going to instill what the father knows, and the mother is going to instill what the mother knows. You know, the child is basically, in my opinion, the child is fortunate, because you have a wealth of information coming from both sides, and that's kind of what the family dynamic is supposed to be
Wow,
about.
phenomenal,
You know what I'm
Shaka.
saying? So
Well
you
said.
getting
Oh my
you
God.
getting you get
Oh my God. God bless you, child. God
word.
loves you.
I hope so.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
um that's pretty much what it is, you know.
That's my
So
son. He knows.
the fact that you got two parents who are in the limelight, it just shines a bigger focus on it.
Right.
Everything is, everything is being
Get me
judged.
wrong.
Every
Kanye
little
is a
thing.
narcissist.
Just
I'm
like
not
what
talking
you
about
said.
the parenting aspect of it. I'm talking about like the actual relationship aspect between the two parents itself, not the actual kids and everything.
Oh,
That's
that
the
that
part I'm
speaks
kind of referring
volumes.
to. You
And let me tell you something, man.
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Well, I think they did really, you know,
Kim is
Ye
trying.
and Kim, because even when things were going down, you could tell, Ye didn't really want to, you
He
know
ain't
what I
want to
mean?
divorce his wife.
She didn't want to either.
She didn't want
They
to
really
either.
tried to make things work, and just unfortunately,
It had to.
It
when
happened
it
how it
came to
happened.
Ye, he saw that it was
He wanted,
him against the whole family.
and that
You
was
know
a
what I'm
lot.
saying?
And I must say this part. Kim went and got a male nanny to
Mm-hmm.
bring that masculine energy around when the father is not there. So she's trying a little bit. And Kim and Kanye, she said she was scared at first, but Kanye agreed to it. Kanye was like, I like it. So she's trying. She's trying. They're
Right.
both trying. So at the end of the day, leave them damn people alone.
At the end of the day, leave Kanye alone because at the end of the day, he's a genius. He's a
Oh,
you know
he's a genius.
he I don't believe that stuff they saying about him. Y'all need to go ahead and stop trying to take down powerful people of color, especially when they try and do the right thing. Go after the people that's really doing stuff. There's a
Right.
lot of weirdos and pedophiles out here that really need to be dealt with and
Go find
exterminated off
them.
the planet.
Go
Kanye not
find
one
them.
of them.
Right.
He might have his flaws, but he's not no weirdo.